Vamos a aprender mucho hoy,
We're
amados
going to learn
hermanos.
a lot today, beloved
Vamos a
brothers.
aprender mucho.
We're going to learn a lot.
Anímet Palel.
I'm going to pray.
Abacados, háblanos con
Abacados,
tu bendito Ruach
talk to
HaKodesh.
us through your
No
Ruach
queremos
HaKodesh.
oír palabra de hombre.
We don't want to hear
Queremos
words
oír
of
tu
man.
preciosa voz.
We want to hear your precious
Toda Gabá
voice.
Yahshua, nuestro Mesías.
Thank you so much, Joshua, our
Amén.
Messiah. Amen.
Amén.
Amen.
Siéntense, por favor, amados.
Please take a seat, beloved.
Su servidor, doctor Javier Palacios Celorio.
Your servant, Dr. Javier
Roeh de la
Palacios
Calle
Celorio,
Lagos, soy paz en Tehuacán,
Roeh,
Puebla,
from the
México.
KLI GMPs in Tehuacán, Puebla,
En este
Mexico,
momento están apareciendo los
Right
sitios,
now,
los sitios en internet
are appearing on our
que puede
websites
usted consultar.
that you can check.
Todo el material es
All
gratuito.
the material is for
Hay muchos videos,
There are many
audios,
videos,
apuntes en varios
study notes in
idiomas.
different languages.
Puede bajar,
You can download
copiar
them,
y
copy
regalar.
them, and give them away.
Recuerde,
Remember,
todo el material es gratuito.
all the material is for free.
Bueno, vamos
Well,
a ver
we're going
el
to see
comentario.
the comment.
Bendito es el nombre de Yahweh.
Blessed is the name
De
of
la
Yahweh
Parasha Terumah.
of the Parasha Terumah.
Es la Parasha 19.
It's a Parasha number 19.
En sí,
Indeed,
esta Parasha
this Parasha
quiere decir
means
ofrenda alzada.
a high offering.
Habla de las
It talks
contribuciones
about the contributions
para el Mishkan.
for the Mishkan.
Ahora, vamos
Now,
a ir a Éxodo,
We're going
por
to go
favor,
to Exodus,
amados,
please,
ahí.
beloved brothers.
En Éxodo
Exodus
25,
25.
vamos para allá,
Let's go there.
y vamos a leer
And we're going to read
el verso 1 y el verso 2.
verses 1 and
Cuando
2.
todos lo tengan, me
When
dicen
all of
un
you
amén,
have it, just say an amen.
y nos gozamos.
And we rejoice.
Dice así,
Says like this.
Yahweh habló a Moshe diciendo,
Yahweh spoke unto Moses, saying,
di a los hijos de Israel que tomen para mí ofrenda, de todo varón que le diere de su voluntad, de corazón tomaréis mi ofrenda.
Speak unto the children of Israel that they bring me an offering, and every man that gives willingly with either heart, you shall make an offering.
Nada más con el verso 2,
Just with verse 2,
tenemos para ministrar
we
muchas
have
horas.
a lot to minister for
Di
hours.
a los hijos de Israel
Speak unto the children of
que
Israel
tomen para mí,
that
dice
they
Yahweh,
bring me, says Yahweh,
de todo varón que diere de su voluntad.
of every man that gives it willingly.
Entonces encontramos para
So
mí,
we've done for
dice
me,
Yahweh.
says Yahweh.
Luego dice
Then it says
voluntad.
willingly.
Luego dice
Then it
de
says
corazón.
with his heart.
Y luego dice
And then it says
tomaréis mi ofrenda.
shall take my
Ni siquiera
offering.
dice
It doesn't even say
tu ofrenda,
your
sino
offering,
dice mi
but it says
ofrenda.
my offering.
Entonces encontramos
So
mi
we find
ofrenda
my
y
offering,
volvemos a encontrar
and
mi
we find
ofrenda.
again my
Dos
offering
veces.
2 times.
Encontramos
We find
de todo varón.
of all
sea,
every
todo
man,
varón.
every man.
Y luego
And then
encontramos dos
We
palabras
see
claves.
2 keywords,
Voluntad
willingly
y corazón.
and heart.
Ahora,
Now,
en pocas palabras el
in
Eterno
just a
está
few words, the
diciendo,
Eternal Father is saying,
en mi honor,
in my honor,
tomen ofrenda.
take an
De
offering
mi ofrenda.
of my
Como
offering.
dijo el rey David,
Just as King David
de
said,
lo que tú me das,
of what you give me,
¿qué?
what?
Te doy.
I give
De lo que tú
you.
me das,
Of
te
what you
doy.
give
No
me, I give
dábamos
you.
nada.
We don't give anything.
Entonces es
So,
en mi honor.
it is in my honor,
Ahora, debe
Now,
ser
it has to be
voluntariamente
willingly,
y debe ser
and it has to
de
be
corazón.
of heart.
Ahora,
Now,
el corazón es lo
the
más
heart
difícil en
is
tocar
the
en un hombre.
hardest to touch in a man.
¿Sí me escuchan todos?
You are listening to me
Desde la primera fila
from
hasta
the
la
first
última.
row to the last row.
Los hermanos de
The brothers
seguridad.
of security
Aquí igual, todas
here,
las hermanas
yes,
me
all
escuchan
sisters,
bien.
are you listening to me well?
Lo digo por dos
I
cosas.
say it for 2
Uno,
things.
porque
One,
se acaba de perfeccionar el
because we
sonido.
just perfected the sound,
Quiero probar si
and I
sí me
want
escuchan.
to test if
Y
you're
dos, porque
listening to me. And second, because
este
this
comentario
comment
siempre para todo Roeh es muy
always
delicado
forever is really
ministrar esto,
is something to
porque
take care of
se
when we
puede
minister this,
pensar que el
because
Roeh
it
está
can
pidiendo para
think
sí,
that the
pero
Roeh is
no,
asking
no,
for
todas
themselves,
las
but no,
ofrendas,
no,
de hecho,
all
el máster,
offerings, in
el
the
diezmo,
master,
todo es de
the
Yahweh.
tenth, everything belongs to
Ahora,
Yahweh.
dice aquí,
Now,
en
here it
mi
says,
honor,
in my honor,
voluntariamente,
willingly,
de corazón.
of heart.
Entonces vuelvo a explicar.
So I explain again,
Inclusive para los que se quedaron
and
en
even
casita
for the ones that
de
stayed
esta
home
Keilah
from this
local,
Keilah local,
es también para ti el mensaje.
the message is also
No
for
porque no
you.
estés aquí,
Not
no
because
es
you're
para
not
ti el
here,
mensaje, es
the
para
message is
todos,
not for
empezando
you,
por el
it's for
Roeh.
everyone starting by the Roeh.
Ahora,
Now,
el corazón, decía yo,
the heart, I
es lo más
said,
difícil tocar en un hombre
is the
o en
hardest
una
to
mujer.
touch in a man or in a
Yahshua
woman.
dice,
Joshua says,
donde esté tu
where
tesoro,
your treasure
ahí
is,
estará qué?
there is going to
Tu
be what?
corazón.
Your heart.
Porque la
Because
persona
the person,
viene acostumbrada
they are used
a
to
hacer lo que
do
le plazca, lo
what
que
they
se le
want,
antoja,
what they want.
y quiere tomar a veces
And they
ciertos
want to take,
mandamientos,
to take
pero no todos
sometimes
los
some commandments, but
mandamientos.
not all the
Ahora,
commandments. Now,
todo es de Yahweh.
everything belongs to
Repite
Yahweh.
conmigo.
Repeat after
Todo
me.
es de Yahweh.
Everything belongs to
Todo.
Yahweh.
Nuestra vida
Everything.
o
Our
tu sangre te
life,
pertenece,
or
ni
does your
siquiera
blood
la sangre
belongs
nos
to you?
pertenece,
Not even our
nuestros ojos.
blood belongs
Nunca
to
nos
us. Not even
hicimos
our
una
eyes. We never
pestaña.
made an eyelash
Entonces, por lo
by
tanto,
ourselves. So
como todo
therefore,
es de Yahweh,
because everything belongs to
dice
Yahweh,
el Eterno,
the Eternal Father says,
tomen
take
para mí.
for
Es
me.
decir, de lo que yo creé,
Bring me of what I
tomen de
created,
eso
take from
y me lo
that
dan a mí,
and give
porque
it to
es
me,
mío.
because it is
Por eso
mine.
dice dos
That's why it
veces,
says 2
mi
times,
ofrenda.
my
Entonces ni
offering.
siquiera le
So
damos nada nuestro.
we don't even give him something for us.
Si nosotros trabajamos,
If we work,
para eso necesitamos salud.
for that we
¿Quién la
need
da?
health. Who gives
Yahweh.
it? Yahweh.
Necesitamos trabajo.
We need
¿Quién da el
work.
trabajo?
Who gives the
Yahweh.
work? Yahweh.
¿Quién dio las habilidades
Who
en
gave
cada
the
uno de
abilities
nosotros?
in each one of
Yahweh.
us? Yahweh.
¿Quién dio las virtudes
Who
en
gave
cada
the
uno de
virtues
nosotros?
in each one of
Yahweh.
us?
Todo
Yahweh.
lo da Yahweh.
Yahweh gives it
De hecho,
all.
nosotros no le
Indeed,
damos nada.
we don't give him anything.
Ahora, ¿de qué se trata aquí al
What
decir
is
de
all
corazón?
when it says of
El
heart?
Eterno va hasta el fondo
The
del
Eternal
corazón
Father
del
goes
hombre y
into the
dice,
deepest of the heart
te vas
of
a
the
quitar
man,
lo
and he says,
mezquino.
you're going to take away the miser.
Es decir, quítate
That means
tus intereses mezquinos
Take away
de
all
no
of your
dar para mi obra
miser interest
y
of not
vas a
giving
dar
to my
para
work,
mi
and you're
obra.
going to give for my work.
Terumah es
Terumah
ofrenda elevada.
means high offering.
Entonces, a ver,
So,
vamos a desglosar por qué se
let's
llama
unfold
Terumah.
why it's called Terumah.
Algo material,
Something material,
en este caso
Indeed.
para el
in this
Mishkan,
case for the Mishkan,
algo material
something material
iba a ser,
was going
se
to
vuelve
be,
elevado
becomes high,
porque va a ser para el servicio
because
del
it is for the
Espíritu.
service of the Spirit.
Ni siquiera Yahweh
Not
necesita
even,
eso.
Yahweh doesn't even need that.
Si tú
If you,
fuera de Shabbat,
out of
das
Shabbat,
para la luz acá,
if you give for the light here,
¿acaso
electricity
Yahweh
here,
necesita
does
esta
Yahweh
luz?
needs this light?
No escucho.
I can't hear you.
No,
No,
es para ti.
it is for you
Para mí.
and for me.
Es increíble.
It is unbelievable.
El agua.
Water.
Si tú das para las pipas de
If you
agua,
give something to pay
fuera de
all of that
Shabbat,
water out of
¿para
Shabbat,
quién son? ¿Para Yahweh?
are they for
¿Él necesita
Yahweh?
agua?
No. Does he need
No.
water? No.
El
No.
internet.
The
Si tú das para
internet.
el internet.
If you give something
Si
for
tú
to pay the
das para
internet, if you
maquilar
give
más discos,
to produce more
para
CDs,
maquilar libros,
to produce more
para
books,
sus fiestas,
for his feasts,
¿para quién es?
for who is it?
Se ofrende a Yahweh,
We offer
pero
to
los
Yahweh,
beneficiados somos nosotros.
but the ones that get the
Terumah
benefit
quiere
is
decir
us.
ofrenda
Terumah
elevada,
means a high
alzada.
offering
Es
that
como
is
si
up.
hiciéramos esto,
It's just as
como
if we do
cuando
this.
presento la gavilla
Just when
de
I
cebada,
offer
de
the
trigo, o las
barley or
4
the wheat or the
especies.
4 species.
¿De acuerdo?
Agree?
Entonces, a ver,
So,
Terumah quiere decir ofrenda alzada,
Terumah means a high offering
porque de algo material,
because from
de
something
algo de aquí de la
material,
tierra,
from something from
se
the earth,
eleva
we put it
para el
high
servicio
up
del Espíritu.
for the service of the Spirit.
Entonces,
So,
muy dichosos son
blessed are
los que dan,
the ones that give,
y yo me incluyo.
and I include
Muy
myself.
dichosos somos los que
Blessed
damos
are the ones that we
para la
give
obra del
for
abacados,
the work of the
porque
Avocados.
se bendice
Because
nuestro
we,
espíritu.
our spirit is the one
El
that is
Eterno nos
blessed.
bendice a
The
través
Eternal
de
Father
ello,
blesses us through that,
y bendice el Eterno a otras
and the Eternal
almas que
Father
quieren
blesses
conocer de la Torah.
other souls that they want to know about the Torah.
Bueno, entonces por eso se
Well,
llama
so that's why it's
ofrenda
called
alzada.
a high offering
Y la cuestión es esta,
And this is the
de
thing.
corazón.
of heart.
Repito por tercera vez,
I repeat
es que
by
es
the
lo más difícil
third
de
time,
penetrar en una
is that
persona.
is the hardest part to go through a person.
Cuando una persona se le ministra, guarda el Shabbat,
When we minister to a person,
y
keep
no
the
quiere dejar
Shabbat,
su domingo
and they don't want to live
falso de
their fake
resurrección,
Sunday of resurrection,
sino el Shabbat,
but the
que es
Shabbat,
el verdadero día de
that is the
resurrección
true
del
day
Adón
of the
Yahshua,
resurrection of the Adon Joshua,
entonces cuesta trabajo,
then it's
porque
kind
el
of
corazón no
hard
se deja
because the
ministrar.
heart doesn't let itself get
La mayoría,
administration. Indeed, the
no digo
majority,
todos,
I don't
pero
say all,
vienen de orgullo,
but they
de
come from
el
pride,
propio ego,
from their
eso
own
ya
ego.
ministré, y entonces
I've ministered
lo
about
que
that
quiere el
already.
Eterno es
So what the
romper
Eternal Father
eso.
wants is to break
Por
that.
eso quita
That's
el
why
corazón de piedra y
He
nos
takes
pone un
away
corazón de carne.
the hard heart and He
Entonces,
puts
a
on a
ver,
flesh heart.
De
So,
algo material
of something material,
es elevado para el servicio de
it
qué?
is
Del
put high
Espíritu.
for the
¿De qué?
service of what?
Del Espíritu.
Of
Y
the
en este caso,
Spirit.
tú
And
y
in this
yo,
case, you and I,
y allá todos
and
nos
there all of you,
renovamos
we
en
renew
nuestro
ourselves
espíritu.
in our spirit.
¿Recuerdas el tema
Do you remember the
de
teaching
remedio para la fatiga?
of fatigue remedy?
Tomamos de su energía.
We take from His
Porque Él es
energy
energía.
because He is energy.
Bendito Yahshua Mashiach.
Blessed is
Si no, ni
Joshua
siquiera
HaMashiach.
pudiéramos
If not,
movernos.
we could have not even moved.
Por eso, por Él
That's why
vivimos,
we live
nos
for
movemos,
Him.
nos
We
movemos,
move. We move.
existimos.
We exist.
Ahora,
Now,
La Aarón, la caja,
The Aaron,
el
the
arca
box,
sagrada para que se
the
entienda,
holy ark,
era
sacred
para
ark,
bendecir
it was to bless
al mundo,
the world
porque está la Torah.
because the Torah is there.
Entonces,
So,
la caja,
the
como
box,
tal, el
as it
arca,
is,
para
the
que se
ark,
entienda,
so it can
el
be
arca
understood,
sagrada,
the sacred
para
ark,
bendecir el mundo.
to bless the world.
La mesa de los panes
The table of the shewbread
representa el sustento
represents
del mundo.
the sustenance of the
Es que hablar
world.
más del
Is that to
del
speak
Mishkan
more
o del
about
Bet Hamikdash,
the
el
Mishkan
templo,
or the Beit HaMikdash,
es
the
algo
temple,
hermosísimo.
is
Y
something
lo
really
vamos
beautiful.
primeramente al Eterno a
And
tocar
if the
punto
Eternal
por
Father
punto.
allows us, we are going
¿Por qué
to talk
tantas
about it
cuerdas?
step
¿Por
by
qué
step. Why
tantas
so many
tres capas
cords?
de telas? ¿Por
Why
qué
so
esto? Todo
many,
tiene un
like 3
significado.
layers of fabric?
Y no es
Everything has a meaning,
cabalístico.
and
Yo
it's
no
not
estudio eso.
Kabbalah. I don't
Ahora,
study that.
la mesa
Now,
de los panes es
the
entonces
table
para
of
el
the
sustento
shewbread,
del
then,
mundo.
it
Es un
is for the
representativo.
subsistence of the world, is
La
representative of
menorá,
that. The
en
menorah,
el caso del Mishkan,
in the case of
de
the
aquel
Mishkan,
tiempo,
of that
representa
time,
la luz de
it
Yahshua.
represents Joshua's light,
La luz espiritual
the spiritual
y nos
light,
permite tener luz física
and it
y
allows us to have physical
nos
light,
permite tener nuestros ojos,
and it allows us to
bendito
have
es su
our
nombre,
eyes,
para
blessed is
poder
His
ver
name,
lo que
to
estudiamos.
see what we study.
Ahora,
Now,
encontramos tres altares
we
aquí.
find 3
Recuerden, solamente
altars
es un
here.
comentario.
Remember, this is just a
La
comment.
Parasha completa
The whole
está en el canal
Parasha,
de YouTube,
it is in the
Shalom
YouTube channel,
132.
Shalom 132.
Encontramos el altar
We
de
find
cobre
the altar of copper
para los sacrificios
for
de
the
animales.
sacrifices of animals.
Entonces, los tres
So,
reinos,
the 3
el
kingdoms,
animal,
the
el
animal,
vegetal
the
y el
plant,
mineral,
and the
le
mineral,
pertenecen a
they
Yahweh.
belong to Yahweh.
Entonces, el altar de cobre
So the copper
para los
altar
sacrificios de
for the
animales
sacrifices of
es la
animals,
expresión
it is the
del
expression
reino
of the
animal.
animal kingdom.
Pueden anotarlo porque
You can
después
take
ustedes
notes
me
of
van a ayudar
that
a
because
ministrar.
later you're going to help me to minister.
Y es para Yahweh.
And it is for
El
Yahweh,
altar de oro
the golden
para el
altar
incienso
for the
es
incense.
expresión del reino vegetal.
It is an expression of the plant or vegetable kingdom.
El quioro,
The
la pileta de
cure
cobre,
of the copper one,
la expresión
the
del
expression
reino
of the
mineral.
mineral
Entonces
kingdom.
los tres reinos,
So the 3
todos
kingdoms,
están
all of
sometidos
them,
a Yahshua
are
Mashiach.
submitted to Joshua HaMashiach.
Por eso hay otra
That's
administración
why
que di,
there's an
el
administration
reino
that I
de
gave,
Yahweh y el
Yahweh's
reino
kingdom
nuestro.
and our
Pero en sí
kingdom.
nosotros
But indeed,
pertenecemos a
we
Yahweh.
belong to Yahweh.
Por eso
That's
en el
why
milenio
in the
reinaremos con
millennium
Yahshua.
we will reign with
Y él
Joshua, and
es
he
rey
is
de
King
reyes,
of
Melech
kings,
HaMelechim.
the Melech
¿De acuerdo?
HaMelechim. Agree?
Ahora, ahí tenemos
Now,
los tres reinos.
there we have the 3 kingdoms. Well,
Y el hombre
and the man
representado en el
represented
Cohen.
in the Cohen.
Es decir,
The Cohen represents the man. That
el
means
hombre
the
representado
man
en los Juanim que
represented
servían
in the
en
Kohanim
aquel tiempo
that they
a
work at that
Yahweh.
time to Yahweh.
Ellos tenían que llevar
They
el
had
servicio
to bring the
y eran los
service,
encargados
and they were the ones in
de
charge
la ofrenda material
of the material offering
poderla llevar
to
al
take
ámbito
it
espiritual.
to the spiritual way.
Y esto es
And
algo
this
muy
is
importante
something really
porque
important
cada uno de los que
because each one of the ones that we
estamos
minister,
muy
we are
comprometidos con el Eterno.
really compromised with
Tenemos
the Eternal
mucha
Father. We
responsabilidad
have
en
a lot of
nuestros
responsibility over our
hombros. De eso ya
shoulders.
platiqué
I've
en la
already talked
Sukkah,
about that
en
in the
la fiesta de
Sukkah
Sukkot.
during the Feast of Sukkot.
Pueden buscar esa administración
You
para
can
los
look
que
for
no
that
la han visto.
administrations if you haven't seen it already.
Bueno, entonces, a
Well,
ver,
so
encontrábamos también
we also
aquí la
found
administración
here
del caporet,
in the administration of the copperhead,
cubierta, la
the
tapa
covering,
superior del
the
arca,
superior cover of the ark,
y por eso nosotros nos
and that's
cubrimos la
why
cabeza,
we cover our heads.
porque
Because
en sí
indeed
nosotros somos
we
templo
are
del
temple
Rahakodesh.
of the Raha Kodesh.
Ahora, ya
Now,
nosotros hemos explicado
we have already
la
explained
capa externa,
the
la
outside
media,
layer,
de
the
madera,
middle
de
one
acacia,
of,
etcétera, y la
of
exterior también
shittim
de
wood,
oro,
also the
etcétera.
one that is outside of
Ahora,
pure
en
gold.
el
Now,
capítulo 26
in chapter 26,
encontramos
we can
el
find
lugar Kodesh
the Kodesh
y el
place
lugar HaKodesh,
and the
o el
HaKodesh place,
HaKadoshim,
or the
o Kodesh
HaKadoshim,
HaKadoshim,
Kodesh
el lugar
HaKadoshim,
más santo.
the holiest place.
Y bueno, todo eso ya está
And when
explicado
all of that is already
en
explained
las Parashot
in the
y en
Parashat
los 5
and
libros de Moshe,
in the 5 books of
cuando lo
Moshe,
di,
when I
por así
gave it,
decirlo, sin de corrido,
like
es decir,
all of the
capítulo
books,
por capítulo,
chapter by
capítulo por
chapter,
capítulo,
chapter by
libro por
chapter,
libro.
book by book.
Ahora,
Now,
en el capítulo 27
in chapter 27,
vemos entonces
then we can see
el altar de cobre.
the copper altar.
No lo voy a ministrar
I'm not
todo,
going to minister all
eso
of
ya
it.
está ministrado.
That is already ministered.
A lo que quiero llegar
Where I
con el
want to go
comentario
with the
es que
comment
no debemos de
is
ser
that we don't
tacaños
have to be penny pitcher.
para que siga habiendo
So
servicio
it
en el
could still
Mishkan.
be in service in the
Porque la
Mishkan.
Torah es
Because the
eterna.
Torah, it is
Entonces, la
everlasting.
Torah
So
no ha pasado.
the Torah has not gone
La Torah
by.
sigue.
The Torah keeps going.
aquí
And
se guarda
here
la Torah.
we keep the
Y
Torah.
si decimos que
And if we
guardamos
say
Torah,
that we keep the
pues vamos a
Torah,
cumplir con
then
todos
let's
los
do
mandamientos del
all of the
Abacados.
commandments from the
No
Abacadosh.
debemos de ser
We don't have to
tacaños,
be
como
penny
decimos aquí en
pincher,
México,
just as we say here in
para dar,
Mexico,
porque
to
el hecho de
give.
que haya
Because the
servicio
fact that there is
espiritual
spiritual
cada
service
Shabbat,
every
cada
Shabbat,
miércoles,
every
o
Wednesday,
cada día día de
or
fiesta,
every day that is a
eso
feast,
te eleva a ti y a
that
mí
imposes,
espiritualmente.
increase our
El Eterno no
spirituality. The Eternal
necesita
Father
nada
doesn't
de
need
eso.
anything of that.
El Eterno prueba
The Eternal
nuestro
Father
corazón.
tests our hearts.
Y es una tristeza
And it is
ver
a sadness to
que
see
personas
that
que
people
se dicen de la
that they
congregación
say that they are from
no
the
cooperan ni
congregation,
con
they
un
don't cooperate not
peso
even with
o
one
con un
penny
centavo
or not even one
para hacer
cent
algo.
to do
O, por ejemplo, una
something.
fiesta
Or, for example,
para el
a feast
Eterno.
for the Eternal
Es
Father.
algo
It is
que yo no
something
entiendo.
that I don't
Yo no puedo
understand.
entender eso,
I can't
porque si yo me
understand
digo
that because if I
Meshiki,
call
o sea,
myself a
seguidor del
Meshichem, that I follow
Mesías,
the
Yahshua,
Messiah,
no como
Joshua,
una religión,
not as a
tipo
religion,
así,
just as
todo lo que termina
everything
termina
that
en
ends
ismo
in
es
ism,
como religión,
it
¿no?
is just as a
Mesianismo,
religion. Messianism,
cristianismo,
Christianism,
judaísmo, no.
Judaism.
Aquí nosotros
No,
seguimos al
here we
Mesías
follow
Yahshua.
the Messiah Joshua.
Y ciertamente nos
And
decimos
certainly we
mesiánicos
call
porque
ourselves
seguimos al
Messianic,
Mesías,
some
al
Messianism,
Mashiach
because we follow the Messiah
Entonces yo no puedo
Joshua.
entender,
So I can
a ver, si
understand
yo leo claramente
if I
que tengo
clearly
que
read
diezmar,
that
pues
I
yo
have to
diezmo
give
de
my
mi trabajo
tenth,
como
I give
médico.
my tenth as
Y lo
as
hago
my
con gusto
doctor,
de las
my job
cirugías
as a
que
doctor,
hago,
and I do
etcétera,
it pleasantly
etcétera.
of the surgeries that I
Y
do, etc.,
ofrendo
etc., and I
porque me
offer
interesa
because
mucho
I care
cumplir
a
con los
lot
mandamientos
to
y lo hago
do
por
the
amor,
commandments, and I do it
no por
because of love, not
imposición.
because it's something that I
Y
have
si
to do, like
yo
an imposition. And if
doy una
I
tzedakah
give a
extra
tzedakah, an extra one,
para esto,
for
para el
this
otro,
or for
para aquí,
that,
para
for here,
allá,
for
sea
there,
para las
it could
fiestas,
be
sea
for the
para
feasts
más internet,
or
sea
for
para
more
más libros,
internet,
para
more
esto.
books, for this.
Aleluya.
Hallelujah.
Bueno, yo
Well,
quisiera que
I would
todos
like
pensaran así.
all of you to
De
think in
hecho,
that way.
Yahshua
Indeed,
quisiera que todos
Joshua would
pensaran
like
así.
all of us to think like
Y
that.
vuelvo a repetir, es
And I
una
repeat again,
tristeza
it is a pity
que teniendo esa
that
oportunidad
having that
de
chance
elevar
of
unas monedas
putting high
para
some
que haya
coins so there could
crecimiento
be
espiritual
a
en
spiritual
nosotros
growing
mismos
in
y en otras
ourselves
personas,
and in other people,
los que se dicen hermanos,
the ones that call
no lo
themselves
hagan.
brothers, they
Es una
don't do it.
verdadera tristeza.
It
Yo no
is such a
entiendo
pity.
eso.
I don't understand that.
Algún día les voy a
One
platicar
day I'm going to talk to you
porque tuve la oportunidad
because I
de
had the
hablar
chance
con
of
muchos,
speaking with many,
bueno, no con muchos,
well,
pero sí
not
con
with many,
algunos
but with some
veteranos de la Segunda Guerra Mundial.
veterans that were
Y tú dirás,
they
pero
were the
¿cómo?
Second
¿Cómo le
World
hizo?
War.
Bueno,
But how did you
muchos
do
de
it? You
ellos
might say,
pasaban
but
aquí a
many,
México.
because many they came
Entonces,
here
en
to
reuniones
Mexico,
que se hacían,
and in reunions
a
that
veces
used
me
to happen,
invitaban
sometimes I
y
got
yo
the
platicaba
invitations to
mucho
go
con
there, and I
ellos.
talk a lot to them.
Y ellos tenían
And they
una
had
fe tremenda
a
en su
tremendous
general.
faith in their general,
Por
in
ejemplo,
their
no sé si
captain.
oyeron
For
de
example, I don't know
MacArthur.
if you heard about
Ahorita se me viene ese
MacArthur.
nombre.
I got that
Entonces,
name right
tenían
now.
una fe
So they had a
ciega,
faith,
por así decirlo,
a
en su
blind
general.
faith
Sabían
in
que si
their
él les daba
general,
una
their
orden,
captain.
todo
They
iba a
knew
salir
that if he
como
was
él
going
había
to give
dicho,
them an order,
etcétera.
everything was
Pero
going to
nosotros
go
no tenemos
well,
un
as just
general,
as he
tenemos
said.
un
But we
rey
didn't
de
have a
reyes.
general or captain, we have the King
Y
of
no
Kings.
logramos comprender
And we don't get to
la magnitud
understand
de quien
the
nos está
magnificence of the one
diciendo,
that is telling
tomarás
us, you're
para
going to
mí.
take for me.
Y no dice,
And he
ni
doesn't
siquiera
say,
dice,
he doesn't even
presentarás
say,
tu
you're going to
ofrenda,
show
sino
your
presentarás
offering, but you're
mi
going to show
ofrenda.
my offering.
Si pudiéramos
If we could
entender eso,
understand that,
todos
all
en general,
in general,
serían más desprendidos
would be more
para dar para
giving
la obra.
to
Recuerda,
give to the
aquí no
world,
se pide
to the work.
dinero.
Remember, here we don't ask
Nunca
for
vas a
money.
ver
You're
una
never
tarjeta
going
de
to see
crédito
a
en la
credit
página Yo Soy
card
Paz.
in the website Joy
No
Base.
comercializo con los videos de YouTube.
I don't
No me
monetize
interesa
any
eso.
of the
El
YouTube
Eterno me
videos.
manda
I
otra
don't care
cosa.
about that. The Eternal
Ahorita
Father
yo estoy
commands me to
ministrando
do
a
other
un
thing, and I
grupo
care
de
about doing another
creyentes
thing.
allá
And
y
right
acá,
now,
y
I'm
a
ministering
los
other groups of
nuevecitos.
believers here and there to
¿Cuál
the
es
new
nuestra
ones.
obligación
What is our obligation
como creyentes en
as
Yahshua y
believers
lo que
in
debemos
Joshua?
hacer?
And what do we have to
Repito,
do? I
Yahshua HaMashiach
repeat,
dice,
Joshua HaMashiach
donde está
says,
tu tesoro,
where your
ahí
treasure
está
is,
tu corazón.
there is your heart.
Ahora, cuando una
Now,
persona
when a
lo
person
da a la fuerza,
gives it like
ya
they
no
are
vale,
forced to do
ya no
it, that
cuenta.
it doesn't
De
work,
veras, ya
it
no
doesn't
cuenta.
count anymore.
Porque si leemos
Because
nosotros,
if we
otra vez
read,
vamos al 25,
let's go to 25
vemos
again,
de su voluntad,
we see
que viene de su
willingly,
voluntad
he gives
y de
willingly
corazón.
with his
O sea, que
heart.
no es a la fuerza.
That means that he's not forcing anyone.
No es si se hace una
It is not
junta
if there is a
y se
meeting
dice,
and
pues
they
vamos a hacer
say,
esto,
well, we're going to
hermanos,
do
hay el
this,
proyecto
brothers, this is the
este, que
project
los ancianos les
that the elders
expliquen,
explain to
y
you.
ya, si se da la fuerza, eso ya
And
no
if it's
cuenta.
forcing, that doesn't
No,
count anymore.
cuenta si
No,
es
it
de
counts if it is
voluntad.
willingly.
Y recuerden, el
And remember,
corazón
of
es lo
heart.
más difícil
Heart
de
is the
penetrar
hardest
en algún hombre.
to go or to
O
penetrate
inclusive
in a
en una
man
mujer.
or even in a
En
woman.
este caso estoy
But in this
refiriéndome a
case,
los
I'm
varones.
referring to a man
Hace poquito
or to
tiempo
men. A few
tuve la
time
visita
ago,
de
I
unos
had the
hermanos
visitors of some brothers,
y ellos
and they
vinieron corriendo
came
y me
running
dijeron,
here and they
Roeh,
said to me, Roy,
nosotros oímos por internet que
we
usted
heard
quiere
through
que
the
esta
internet that you want
fiesta
this feast
sea una de las fiestas más
to be
grandes,
one of the
porque
biggest or
ciertamente
greatest
sentimos que
feasts
sí, el
because
tiempo
we
ya se
truly
está
feel that
agotando.
the time is getting
Sí,
over,
de
it's
donde
getting shorter.
venimos
But
Ya
where
están
we are
sucediendo
from,
cosas muy feas,
really bad
horribles.
things are
Y
happening,
sabemos que son
horrendous
los
things,
últimos
and we know
tiempos,
that these
por
are
lo
the
que
last
dice la
times
Biblia,
of what the
por
Bible
lo que dice
says,
Apocalipsis.
of what
Y
Revelation
nosotros
says.
queremos
And we want
poner
to
flores por
put
todos lados.
flowers
¿Nos da
everywhere.
usted permiso
Do
para
you
esta
allow
fiesta
us
de
to do
Hamatzot,
that
de
for
esa
this first of
Hamatzot? Digo,
Pesach
sí,
Hamatzot?
claro que
And I
sí.
say, yes, of course.
Y después me dijeron,
And then they
Roeh,
said to me, Roy,
también queremos
also,
poner
we want to put
manteles en todas las mesas.
We want to
Y
put something
flores
to
en
cover all
todas
the
las
tables
mesas
and flowers
del
in all the
patio para
tables of
cuando
the
se esté
patio.
cenando
So
en
when we're
Pesach
having dinner during
y
Pesach
Hamatzot. Le
and
digo, ¿nos
Hamatzot,
permite usted, Roeh,
do
hacer
you,
eso?
do you
Sí.
Roy allow us to do that?
Y
Yes.
entonces
And then
yo pensé, bueno,
I
inclusive
thought,
hablé
well,
con ellos,
and if I
le
even
dije,
talked
no
to
cabe
them and I
duda,
said, there's no
tienes
doubt.
bien escrita la Torah en
You
tu
have
corazón.
the Torah well written in your
Yo no te
heart.
pedí eso,
I didn't ask you for
pero
that,
estás dando de tu
but you are giving
corazón
from your
y
heart
voluntariamente. Y
unwillingly.
veniste desde
And you
tan
came from
lejos
so far
para darme esa noticia.
to give me that
Me podías
news.
haber hablado por
You could
teléfono,
have called
pero
me,
ellos quisieron
but they
entrevistarse
wanted to get
conmigo.
the interview with me.
Miren,
Look,
ese tipo de
that
hermanos
kind of brothers,
son muy valiosos para
they
el
are really
Eterno.
worthy for the
Porque
eternal
están dando de
Father
su propio
because they are
corazón.
giving of their own
Y
heart.
recuerden, yo no
And remember,
pido dinero,
I don't ask for money,
pero eso no te el hecho de que yo
but
no
the fact
pida,
that I don't ask for it,
no te quita la bendición
that doesn't take
de
away
que
the
tú sigas
blessing
participando,
for you to keep
no
participating,
para la bolsa del
not
Dr. Palacios.
for the wallet of the Dr.
Recuerda,
Palacios.
siempre va a haber
Remember,
gente que va a
there's always
difamar
going
y
to be
todo eso.
people
Todo
that
eso
they
lo
are
hacen
going
por
to defame,
envidia.
and they do that because
Pero tú
they are
sabes si les haces
envious,
caso.
but you know if you
Pero
pay
tú
attention
ve
to them,
a
but
ver
you
cuánto
go
trabajo
to
yo
see
tengo
how
fuera del
much
Shabbat.
work I have out of
No me doy
Shabbat.
abasto.
It's not
No me
enough.
doy
It's
abasto,
not.
porque el Eterno es
I
bueno.
can't handle it anymore
Entonces, la
because the
idea
Eternal
es
Father
esta,
is good.
hermanos.
So this
Por
is
eso
the
dije
idea.
que es
That's why I
difícil
said
para
that
un
it's
Roeh hablar de
hard
esto.
for a Roy to speak
Pero lo
about
tengo
this,
que
but I
hablar.
have to talk about it.
Entonces,
So,
¿qué hago yo en mi caso?
what do I do
El
in my
diezmo
case?
sigue siendo,
The
sí,
10th keeps,
dice
it keeps
Yahshua,
going. Yes, Joshua
hagan
says,
esto,
do
no
this,
dejando de hacer aquello.
not live,
O sea, el más
not
es
living
eterno.
aside doing that.
El
So
más
the
es
10th, the
es para
master,
siempre.
it is forever.
La ofrenda,
The offering,
igual. Y
just
las
is that,
fiestas,
and the
preciosa
feasts,
oportunidad para ser
precious
bendecido.
opportunity to be blessed.
Y luego,
And then,
en el caso de algo que se necesite
in
para
the
el
case
Mishkan,
of something that is needed for the Mishkan,
todo lo que ustedes ven en
everything
transmisión,
that you see in transmission, practically almost everything has been offered by brothers that are foreigners. Roy, we can't see you very well in the camera. We see you kind of blurry. Compare the videos from some years ago from now. There is a camera so you can keep ministering the Holy Torah to the last place of the earth. And come on, a good camera. Roy, we can see that maybe the brothers is not kind of not enough with the computers to work for them, a computer for the Mishkan. Everything blessed is Yahweh in an honored way with witnesses, etc. Because Moshe always had witnesses, so I have to have them too. That is obvious. So there are brothers that they give, and what I'm going to say is a pity, and there are brothers from the local one that they don't give a quarter of thing, but the Eternal Father is going to see, but I'm not condemning you, I'm warning you that the ideal is for you to be blessed. Well, you blessed Yahweh's heart being part of. Because what we're doing, blessed is Yahweh. I don't boast about being the only one, neither the best one, no. But it is going to really far places from there. You heard well. From the earth. And then, if you were part, you would be really blessed. But if you don't want to be part of this, I'm sorry for you. This was the comment of the Parasha Terumah. Shalom.